Hey y'all, it's Brian here with Stokes & Company Restoration Business, and we're going to do a little bit of a little service on my 2000 model F350 with the legendary 7.3 Powerstroke. Needs an oil change, and we're going to see about putting some cruise control switches that have been not working right since I bought the truck about 6 years ago. The on-off switch seems to stick. Doesn't like to deactivate unless you hit the brake pedal, so we'll see if we can get that done and get a little oil change done on it. There it is over there. That's actually got about 6,000 miles on the oil change. I like to do oil changes on that about every 4,000 to 5,000. As you can see over there, they've got the hay cut, just finished cutting just a while ago. And we're gonna have a little opportunity to test out the case baler on I believe Thursday. Today's Tuesday, so a couple days we're gonna get a chance to test out that baler. So truck's still a little muddy from the other day where we went to go cut hay and it was too wet. So we're gonna get around here to change some oil. Got a it's about a 4-gallon oil catch pan. Got a little short metal bucket there put underneath the filter so we can drain the oil at the same time. Smaller one to catch the filter in case you drop it, doesn't go too crazy. Got some paper towels, 3/4 19mm wrench for a drain plug. I love to use Motorcraft products on my Ford. I used to work for Ford for about 10 years back. 1998 to 2007, so actually about 9 years. Ford Master Technician, so I love these old trucks. They were come out just right about the time I started working at Ford dealerships. Rotella T, just a good, hard to beat, economical oil that you can afford to run. Yeah, we'll get in here and show you about just changing the oil. I've got rock over here, a little concrete inside my shop, but I kind of like this grass. This grass is a little softer to crawl under, and I got my grease gun so we can get this thing get it greased up as soon as we get done. Truck does have a little bit of oil leak coming from the back of the head to the rear main. It doesn't leak terribly bad. Leaves a little puddle here every now and then, but not much to notice on the dipstick as you use it. Three-quarter inch wrench, 19mm, same thing. Gonna be hot because we drove home from work about an hour and a half ago. Try to catch it so it doesn't go down into the pan. Be quick. Don't lose your copper gasket. There we go. Set that up over here out of the way. Got some grass to wipe my hands off in. I like the band filter wrenches, especially for tightening up, so that way they're not crimping and bending the new filter. Getting the filter off doesn't really bother me which one to use. Loosen up a little bit, let that thing drain. It is going to be hot. So while letting this drain, I like to kind of check out all my front axles, see what's going on. These do not have any, they're not greasable in the front drive shaft. Or the rear on the double cardigan U-joint. Little seepage on my transfer case really needs a new plug. Just kind of grab and feel everything as you go through here. Get time to look it all over. That thing is still hot. Little bucket works pretty good. As you can see, this big one, it holds about 4 gallons and it's pretty full. So when you release that oil filter, and that could splash, make a mess. So always make sure your oil filter, your gasket didn't stick up there. Make sure it came off. You don't want to double gasket it. I like to take my new oil filter, put a little oil around the gasket here. Some people have their different methods of doing this. I'm not real particular. I'm not going to fill it up with oil before. This Powerstroke works off of high pressure oil, so if it doesn't have enough high pressure oil, this thing will not start. And if it loses oil, you can pull the drain plug out, crank it up, and it's going to quit running before it hurts itself. Really neat feature that International used on these Powerstrokes. Actually, the design came from Caterpillar. Do a little research and find out about that. Everybody's kind of got their idea on how tight to get them. Use your knowledge and feel, get it tight, but not too loose. Drain plug. Make sure it's got the copper washer on there. Mine's still on there. Something my instructor taught me before when I was at going to school, Brookhaven Community College and Farmers Branch, was if you put the drain plug in there, tighten it up right now. If you don't have the wrench or what available to come in here and tighten it right now, don't put it in, because you could put it in there, go looking for a wrench, get sidetracked and forget about it. And if you're on another vehicle besides this diesel, you could destroy an engine. So don't ever put the drain plug in unless you got the wrench and you're ready to tighten it right now. Just a little something I figure I pass along that I learned. Still live by. All right, got the hood open here. I was gonna do a video on this before, but I didn't. But something I've really come to love a lot from my friend Eric, who does the shad fishing with, is doing the copper lugs with these terminal, with the wing nuts, doing the lead pellets, heating up the lead pellets. Get them on Amazon for a really good price. Heat shrinking them. So if you ever run into trying to redo battery cables and you're tired of the ones that just push through there and clamp down, these are really nice because you can stack up just like this right here. I fought them for a long time. If this works, awesome. I didn't heat shrink that one, but this works awesome. Truck starts up better. And I'm a fan of EverStart batteries from Walmart. This is a we bought these batteries. One of them was 4, one of them was 5 years old. Had really good luck out of them. These are 1,000 cold cranking amps. See there, had a really good look at them. Just about the best price. Batteries are high nowadays. Again, like I said, we're always on a we're always on a budget. We're trying to help. Good way to recycle your old oil. Find local recycling. Sometimes it's your oil change places. Sometimes it's Walmart. These pans are nice. I'm just going to pour it back into my empty jugs, my empty containers. On your air filter on this style truck has a gauge on this, not electronic, but it does show you when this comes all the way up into the red. That means it's got a restriction, needs to be cleaned out. This air filter is not the cleanest. It is Motorcraft. I like to run Motorcraft or Wix. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Motorcraft. Some people are against this, some people aren't. In the tractor world, we blow out air filters until they come to an extent that they can't be blown out anymore. I will lightly blow mine out, especially if I don't have one. You don't want to blow on it too hard and blow a hole in it. Then greasing is probably my least favorite thing to do. Lower ball joints. Just a grip grease gun works better, one hand. Checking the tire pressure is something I always like to do. It's a good thing. It's keep your tires in good shape and fuel mileage. So always look under your vehicle identification tag with your VIN number information. This one here states we've got factory size tires. We're going to be running, there it is, 65 psi on the front. Fix for the broken clip. Screw in here to hold that latch now. Others out, coolant level's about right here. There's max. I think it does seep a little bit out when it gets up to the top. Kind of old plastic. So we're gonna put oil in it. Got this little press stone funnel. It's gonna work really well. Used for a long time. Guessing we got it this pretty close. We're gonna check the oil here since we haven't started it up and the filter's not full. Should show a little bit overfilled right now. If y'all can see that, it's actually, there's full and we're actually up to here. So we'll crank it up and we'll check it out. On this dipstick, guessing there's the bottom of the OK mark. This is add below here. So if we're right here, it's right here. Operating range is the X mark, which is right here. If you're at the add mark, that denotes 2 quarts low. So that's some good helpful information on how much to put in there according to how low it is. I think I've had to add about 3 quarts to this in about 6,000 miles. So not too bad. All right, so we're gonna start this thing up. Got, you can see that 308,036 miles. Always like to watch my oil pressure gauge. Oil pressure still down. There it goes, there it pops up. I always like to take a look underneath. Make sure that nobody's leaking. check the oil now and see where we're at. Just some real basic stuff. A lot of people know how to do, some people might not. Again, we're just going around to help you out. It's gonna look a little darker now, more than likely, since it got mixed in there. And it is, looks like it's within range. It's like really, really close. I imagine once it all drains back down in there, it's gonna be just fine. Sometimes it takes me enough to start it up and check it for it all to drain. All right, so we're gonna go replacing these cruise control switches. The on doesn't want to work a lot of times, and the off very seldom disconnects. Coast, Excel, and set work okay. But we've got a set here, complete set. Y'all know I shop some on Amazon here. This is what we got here. Pretty inexpensive, like 20, 30 bucks maybe. We're gonna give them a try. First thing we're gonna have to remove the airbag to be able to put these in. So anytime you're working with that, an airbag, you want to disconnect your batteries. And as I said here, disconnect the negative first. These wing nut style make it so nice to unhook batteries. Alright, batteries are disconnected. You get in here, it's a little screwdriver. Good morning, y'all. Brian here with Stokes & Company Restoration Business. Got a beautiful morning here. Got our hay laid out on the ground. Just smells of fresh cut hay. Just an amazing smell. So we put our cruise control switches in the other day, so we're just gonna do a little test this morning once we get out here, just to make sure everything works good. I've tested it. I just kind of want to show you that it is true, it does work. We can do lots of things, but we need to see them in action. Sometimes it's, we don't need to, there's lots of things we can't see that we need to believe. She says, how much greater is it for he that hasn't seen the Lord Jesus Christ in the flesh? How much greater is it for them? How much more is it for them? As Jesus told the disciples, he said, and for those that believe and have seen, he said that it's the I believe it's greater than what they were experiencing as they were living in the flesh. Look at this little view out here in the hay meadow. Got a sun getting ready to rise up out there, rise up on the dude that brushed off. Give it a short test out here as get out here on the road. Or get about 30 miles an hour. Just test it out. Alright, we're at 35 miles an hour on set Excel. Cruise light comes on. Hold down the set Excel button. And accelerating we go into the day. Thank you, Jesus. far so good. But I'm not experiencing any issues with the buttons, so so let's go. If you're gonna save some money on a budget, try these out, see how they work for you. I fought mine for probably about 6-7 years, just not really working properly, and finally decided let's show you how to put some on, see what kind of price we can get for them, and then test them, see how they work. Thank y'all. Have a blessed day.